Claude 3.5, or the even more powerful models coming tomorrow, are not just chatbots. They are the new processing units rewriting the operating system of the global economy. While most people today use these tools to write emails or fix a few lines of code, the real storm is brewing in the background, fundamentally altering the balance between ownership and added value. Within the next 10 years, Claude and its successors will begin performing 90% of what we currently call creative or strategic work, driving the marginal cost of production down to zero. While this may look like a massive boost to economic efficiency, it is actually the beginning of a profound deflationary shock. Because when the cost of a task hits zero, the profit from that task becomes anonymous, and capital no longer flows to human labor, it flows exclusively to compute power. In the first 5 years of this process, we will witness the total digitalization of the service sector and middle management. Claude's current limitations, like long-term planning and complex decision-making, will be perfected in the next few iterations. While this could theoretically add trillions of dollars to global growth, that growth won't reflect on the streets. It will be captured by the owners of the data centers. In a 10-year projection, we are looking at a model of a human-less economy. If a system no longer requires humans to generate value, then the very definition of the value of money must be redefined. The real damage Claude inflicts on the economy isn't just unemployment. It is the total invalidation of the classic labor theory of value. So what can't Claude do? Claude cannot simulate the risk appetite that comes with ownership. It only produces the most optimized result within the universe of data it's given. But there is no algorithm for holding an asset, managing it during a crisis, or fighting the psychological war behind that asset. In the next decade, the economy will split into two: the ownership of physical and digital assets, and the strategic intelligence that manages them. Claude can analyze everything, but it can assume zero risk. Therefore, money will not flow to the one doing the analysis. It will continue to flow to the strategic mind that uses that analysis to maintain control over ownership. As for the economic contribution, projects that were previously impossible will come to life in seconds thanks to AI. This will trigger a production explosion. However, this abundance will not enrich those with cash, but those who hold the means of production and the data. This marks the beginning of a hyper-capitalism phase. In other words, while Claude grows the economy, it will simultaneously cement class division with mathematical precision. If your strategy is based solely on information, Claude will have copied your entire value in seconds 10 years from now. But if your strategy is built on ownership and scarce assets, Claude will be nothing more than a very fast, free worker for you. This is why, instead of merely being amazed by technology, you must accurately read whose pocket this technology is taking money from and whose it's filling. The winners of the next decade won't be those applauding what Claude can do. They will be those already positioned in the narrow fields of ownership that Claude cannot reach. The future will be shaped not by those who process data, but by those who control the assets resulting from that data. If this financial depth and strategic analysis are valuable to you, you can continue to map out this hidden war with me by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. The choice is yours. You can either watch this massive transformation happen, or you can become the owner of the assets it creates. Stay with assets.